Good. Welcome to today's lesson. We are continuing the question that we solved yesterday under the capital reduction, which is the business reconstruction. So a quick recap on capital reduction. We said that with the capital reduction, it's just the arrangement or process where a struggling organization undertakes to revive its business and come back to normal profit making. So basically, if your company is failing, then you have to reorganize the business in terms of your capital base so that you revive the business. And we said that either in exams, either they'll give us a scheme or we will design our own scheme. Good. And now yesterday we started with the designing of the scheme for capital reduction. We said that there are 5 to 6 standard steps. There are 5 to 6 standard steps in which we started from step 1, the cost of liquidation. You have to prepare liquidation statements. Good. Then we talk about the maximum loss. We didn't start that one yesterday. Maximum loss. Then C, we said that share of the maximum loss. So a quick reminder, share of maximum loss. Then D, we said that the resources needed. That's step 4. That's the heartbeat. Resources needed. So here, just resources requirement or the resources needed requirements. Then E, that's the proposed scheme. Proposed scheme of reconstruction. Lastly, the resultant financial position. So the balance sheet right after the scheme has been accepted or implemented. Good. So yesterday we looked at statement of liquidation. So today we are continuing the process. Good. Maximum loss, that's the next one. So we will calculate the maximum loss from this question. Good. The question that we are doing is the question 1. This Asempa Limited. Good. And this is the handout. Let me see. Good. So let's see if we can project it little by little. Yes. Good. So this is the question is here. Good. So this is the question that we're going through. Now, we are going to prepare the maximum loss. So with the maximum loss, what and what do you need? That's the total loss that you have to clean it from your balance sheet before you can revive the business. The highest loss that you have to sacrifice. Good. Which represent the least loss as compared to liquidation. Good. So with that one, we just compare the fair values of and then the book values. So in short, what you have to do is go to the financial position, copy all the assets that you see, except cash. So you go to the financial position, we copy all the assets, non-current, whether current or non-current, no demarcation, no distinction between current and non-current, then you are done. So now let's go to the board. Good. Now we are going to the board. Okay, good. So now we've landed safely on the board. Now we have landed safely on the board. Good. So now let's start the game. Maximum loss. Statement of maximum loss. Now the maximum loss, it talks about the highest sacrifices, the total sacrifices, that the highest one that you are likely to incur if you try to revive the situation. So now be with me, the format is like this. You start, let there be maximum loss. Now bring the book value or the carrying amount. Either the carrying amount, or you can call it what? Book value, or the net book value on one side. Then we compare it with the fair value. We call it the going concern values. Going what? Concern value. Good. And then this column will be the maximum loss. Maximum loss. I hope you get it. Good. So we have a nice table like this. So let me repeat. First table. Here the carrying amounts of the assets. And then the liabilities. Going concern value. Here too, please. Here too, there's a rule or a basic principle here. Here we want the going concern values. So first, it is the fair value. Pick the fair values. Pick what? The fair values. Good. Now, if you don't have the fair value, then second, you consider the NRV, or you consider the for sale value. For sale values, which is the same as what? Liquidated value. Liquidated values. Good. So this, but in the question, if there is fair value or fair values of the assets are given to you, and you went ahead to select the NRV, good, you are wrong. So basically, that is it. So we will quickly go to the question, and then we will list the fair value. If you can open the question on another device, I will be grateful. Good. To limit the interactions. Good. So all the assets, you go to the financial position, and then you take all the assets. Good. All the assets. So let's go and then pick all the assets. So the assets start from freehold property. So let's see. So right here, freehold property. Freehold property. Let me start my thing. How you can see from this direction? Okay, yes, everybody can see. You can even start from here like this. Good, good, good. So we start by saying freehold property. Just write the book value. The book value there is what? 3920. So that's 3920. Bring your Ghana city on top. We have 3 zeros. If you raise 3 zeros, good. 3 zeros. The next asset on the list is what? Plant, machinery, and motor vehicle. So P, plant, PM, and what? MA. Yes, P, comma, M and M. Plant, machinery, and motor vehicle. No shortcut in exams, please. No shortcut. Okay, so that's 1050. Now let's move on. We have deferred development expenditure. So deferred development expenditure. That one too, the book value is what? 3490. So 3490. Good. Now let's move on. We have inventory and account receivable. Please, all assets except what? Cash. If you shut down your business, you are not going to lose the cash. If you are losing it, then come and give it to me. Yes, you are not going to lose the cash. It's not a loss. So it should not form part of the maximum loss. Cash is not a loss. So, but in liquidation, cash should form part of the proceed. Wow. So inventory. So we move on to inventory. Now what's the inventory value? The value of the inventory is what? 2020. Good. Now let me take this section off. 2020. Doesn't mean yesterday said doesn't mean that the question will come 2020. What's the history of 2020? History of the day. 2020. What occurred there? So 2020. It's a pandemic year. Okay. 2020. That's fine. Now let's go to account receivable. Account what? Receivable. With account receivable, it's 760. Good. So these are the assets. In fact, the losses, first of all, look at the asset first. The losses in the assets, and then you add the losses from the reserves. And then you finally go to the footnote. Is there any loss also there? Then you pick it up, then you add down. Good. Okay. So now let's see. Let's go for now. Good. Sorry, I'm checking the board. Now let's go to the question and let's go and pick the going concern. Always, the going concern value to be in the footnote. Don't forget that the going concern value, 1, we want the fair value. Fair value. 2, if the fair value is not there, then no worry, pick the NRV. If the NRV is not there, pick what? For sale. For sale value. And for sale value the same as break up value or liquidated value. Good. Now let's go to the footnote and pick the items. So you pick freehold, plant, machinery and motor vehicle, deferred development expenditure, inventory and account receivable. You are done. So according to the note 1, the company's freehold was acquired on 31st January 2010. The directors believe that the net disposal value of the freehold properties will be 4 million. Now they didn't give us fair values. Good. So there's no fair value. They didn't give us the fair value of the property. So no fair value. But they give us what? Net disposal value, which is the liquidated value. So we have to use it like that, but it wasn't given to us. So 4,000. How are you seeing it? Good. It's a fair value that we need to do. Now let's move on. It's estimated that the break-up value of plant, break-up value, is also mean for sale value. For sale value. Break-up value is also mean for sale value. Good. Of plant, machinery and motor vehicle as on 31st December 2011 is 900,000. So that one too is what? 900. That one too, fair value wasn't given. In fact, this question, the fair value was not there. So you have to use the NRV or the for sale value. Good. So that was the game of the question. Now we've read 3 zeros. So 900,000, right? 900. Check note. Note 3. Note 3. Note 3 says that the deferred government expenditure has been patented. It is estimated that if the company is liquidated, it will realize for 2 million. So the value will also be 2 million. Like this. Have you seen how we are picking the figures? Good. Yeah, the fair value wasn't given in this question. Unlike the next question, the question 2, the fair value was given. So for that one, we'll get. Note 4, it says that inventory are expected to realize their carrying amount in what? In event of liquidation. So inventory, obviously that they are given to one after the inventory the 2020. So it means that the fair value will be 2020. That's the meaning. They are going to realize their carrying value. What's the carrying value? 2020. So they have to also realize that. Now what left? I left with the account receivable. Now let's move on. So if you do the arrangement, well, that's the same way they arrange it to in a question for you, so that you just pick and then you plug it in and you are done. Now, note 5. One of the major customers of the company has been declared bankrupt. Asempa is likely to lose 100,000 of the amount due from that customer. So it means that we are not going to receive 100,000. So the going concern value of this, of our account receivable is what? 660. Good, that's the going concern value. Now that we get this, I cannot take this section off. Okay, going, gone. Now let's go and calculate the maximum loss. Now be with me. If you don't want trouble, like myself, maximum loss is nothing by this figure minus this. If the answer is positive, make it positive. If the answer is negative, make it negative. It's the gain. Good. You have a carrying value of 3920. Then you have a going concern value of 4,000. So what will be the maximum loss? Here it means that you are going to gain because going concern value is more than this. So gains are in what? Bracket. Losses are positive numbers. Good. So that is it. Okay. So please, what's the answer? Who can tell me? The first one. So the first one, what would be the answer? Someone have a question. Let me go and pick the question up. Nothing by the carrying amount, this figure, less the going concern value. That is all. So the first one. Okay, that is it. Okay. Good. I think I'll forward it to you now. Just send me hi on WhatsApp and let me push the material to you. Good. For anyone who don't have the material, you can send hi and I'll forward it to you. Good. That's fine. Good. I like that. Now, the answer is like this. The maximum loss will be the difference between the carrying amount or the book value of the assets versus what? And the going concern value. So 3,920 less 4,000. So that will give us 80. Is it 80? Add 80 negative. Is that true? Good. 80 negative. So now let me have yours too, and let me jot it down. So if it is negative, it means that it's a gain. Put it in brackets. This is the interpretation. You have the assets. The book value is 3,920, but the going concern value is what? Is 4,000. Meaning that you are going to gain. And because here maximum loss is the subject, any loss should be positive. Any gain, you have to use the gain to offset the loss. So the gains are negative because you are not calculating positive gain. Good. So take note. So let me have the many ones once I forward the material to those that don't have. Okay, so now let the answers flow. Let's see. Oh, the answers are in already. The answers are in already. Let me see. Hey, now when I chat now, I don't see it though. Oh, the answers are in already. 150. I like that. The answers are in. Okay, good. So 150 less 1490. Don't get it to. So here will give us 10, 50. So that will give us 10, 50, 10, 50 less 900, right? Okay, that's the 150. Oh, okay, I like that. Okay, so that's fine. So 150, here will be 150. And then I think some root 1490. Perfect. Here will be dash, right? Good, because book value is 2020 and the value to is what? 2020 here. So we don't need to worry. Good. Now with the receivable, the loss is 100. Okay, that's 100 that you're giving me. Oh, in fact, you have the solution already. Oh, sorry. Now sum all up. What do you get? Sum all up. What do you get? The total maximum loss. That's not the total maximum loss. So let's call it maximum loss. But these ones are the loss coming from what? Assets. I like that. But I like your answer. Though it's not the total. This one is just coming from the assets. It coming from where? The assets. 1490 plus 100. 660. Good. So that is it. So this is the loss coming from where? Assets. This is the loss coming from assets. So now, and that's not the only loss. There are a lot of losses. So let's go to the balance sheet, the financial position. Now, assets is equal to equity plus liability. On your financial position, now we are done with losses coming from assets. Let's go to losses coming from equity. Then losses coming from liability. Perfectly, you are done. Most often, in exam situation, liabilities will not be any loss. To between asset and equity, you are done. Plus cost of what? Reconstruction. The reconstruction cost to the loss. So plus the reconstruction cost. That's all. So now let's go to equity. Now when you go to equity, apart from the stated capital, all the reserves, it must be cancelled. It must be released. Good. So that is it. Now let's go to the income surplus. So let's go to the income surplus. You can see that the income surplus is negative on the stated capital, which is 7340. It must be released. So you write here income surplus. So the income surplus will be this thing. The income surplus is 7340. So 7340. Good. We are not done. What again? So we are done with the loss from equity. You can also have what you call capital surplus. If you have a capital surplus in the question, usually capital surplus will be a positive on a financial position. Please, before I go to it, the income surplus is negative on a financial position. That suggests that the company is in a struggle period and have its reserves are negative. When it's negative there, please don't come and put negative here to not at all. It's a loss over there, and we are calculating loss. So loss to loss, what do? Add. So when you come, just add it. Even though it will be negative on the face of the financial position. The question is that then what if it's positive on the financial position? If it's positive, and it's no mistake, because a struggling company, most often, your reserves are negative. If it's still positive, if it's true positive, then just come and then deduct it. Now the capital surplus, for that one, most often, capital surplus. Most often, that one will be positive. So if it's positive, when you come, maybe 1,000 Ghana, you put it in bracket like this. Good. Where you pick the income surplus, that's the same place you pick the capital surplus. Over here, in this particular question, there's no capital surplus. So where there's no capital surplus, don't ignore yourself to bring it at all. This one just for illustration. Good. Now let's move on. So far, we are done with the losses coming from the financial position, the balance sheet. Losses on the balance sheet. Now let's go to losses in the footnote. Losses in the footnote, look out for 2 items. Only 2 items. 1, reconstruction cost. So reconstruction cost. Reconstruction what? Cost. Reconstruction cost. So let's go to the footnotes. I'm going to pick reconstruction cost. Note 7, reorganization cost of the company is estimated to be 30,000. Estimated to be 30,000. Reorganization cost is 30,000. So you have to bring just 30. Put 30 here. It's a cost. What do? Up it up. So you add cost. Not the cost of liquidation. No. There are 2 twins. Yesterday we saw the cost of liquidation. That one is different from reorganization cost. Yes. Cost of liquidation, we said that it's receivers' money, right? The reconstruction cost. Board meetings, seminars, workshop, you sit down, who should lose, going to the law court, paying to, yes, you have to go to the law court, go and seek for legal backing. Other than that, you'll be there and then angry creditor will match you to court and then they will revoke all. So you go to court. All the expenses, that's the reconstruction cost. Then lastly, there's one item that normally causes trouble. Go to the last footnotes. The last 2 footnotes. Yes. The last 2 footnotes. Yeah, they are saying that note 9, or it's not 9, it's note 11, last but 1. Preference dividend are 2 years in arrears. The preference dividend is in arrears. 2 solid years. So what do? It's part of what? The loss. Just that this particular loss is not on the balance sheet. It's in a footnote. That is it. So preference dividend in arrears. So preference dividend in arrears. So you write preference dividend in arrears. Preference dividend in arrears. Good. I've right before. You can shortcut it too. Then you do your workings. How do you calculate it? Let me bring it here so that I can make a calculation here. Preference dividend. Now, preference shareholders, they have a preferential treatment of ordinary shareholders because their dividend is fixed. Each and every period is fixed. Good. And then usually they are quoted in percentage. So 18% preference shares. It means that every time, every period, pay them 18% of the value. So what's the value key in there? 3.15 million. That's the total preference shares, the value. So what we do is it will be 3.15 million by 18% times 18. So 18% like this times 3.15. So you can make it 3,150. It's 3,000. This is 1 year, just 1 year dividend. How many years do you have it in arrears? We have it in 2 years, so times 2 years. Good. So times 2 years. And the answer will be, so 18% 0.18 times 3,150 times 2 years. So that's 1134. So the answer is 1134. Good. Finally, is the total maximum loss. This is the total maximum loss for the period. So this is the total loss that they have to claim from their books before they can revive the business. So that is it. Kindly give me the total. Kindly get me the total. 10,164. I like that. So 10,164. Please, Rosie, you have a question. So 10,164. So this is the total maximum loss. Oh, what was the total loss per liquidation? The total loss per liquidation, the one that we had yesterday. If you have yesterday's solution here, what was it? So per liquidation, what was the loss? I think it was 10,000. That was more than this. We had 9042. That's the loss per what? Per liquidation. That's 9042. Loss per liquidation. Loss per liquidation should be lower. Yes, loss per liquidation. Now let's see. It's more than that. Loss. Okay, we do not add the preference. We do not add a preference liability to it. We had 9042. If I should add this figure 1134 to it, it will increase it to 10,000 something. It should be more than this. We will get there soon. I think right after here. That's where we are going. So I don't want to even for it. Now someone have a question. Let me go and pick the question, and then we will come back and continue. Thank you. So the other item in a footnote, 2 items. Cost of reconstruction and then the preference dividend in arrears, because these 2 items will not be on a financial position most often, especially the reconstruction cost will not be on the financial position because you not even yet go through the process. So that is it. Please, this is the maximum loss. This is the maximum loss. So we are done. Kindly let me know if you have a question. Kindly let me know. Other than that, we are moving on to the next show. The next show is very interesting. Please, the first 3 steps, don't lose anything. Score everything. The 4th one, you can decide not even to touch it. I'll be okay. Yes, but for those who want an over 100, they can touch it. Yes. And please, we have to be fast. Good. Now let's move on to the next game. If there's no question for me. Make sure that you get it too. Okay. Now the third step will be going. Oh, that is already gone. Sorry. Sorry, okay. Now the next step, step 3. The first 3 steps there, please get it. We call it share of maximum loss. Share. So ABC. But yesterday we used 1, 2, 3. Today we are using ABC. Let us be consistent too. C. Share of what? Maximum loss. So we are going to share of maximum loss. We have to go and share. In fact, I cannot see anything. Something needs to be done. I cannot see anything from the screen. Oh. Wow. But that's even worse the case. Share of maximum loss. Good. Share of maximum loss. So the share of the loss that we derived. Good, 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 good. Now let's see. Now here, please kindly put it in a nice table. So, in fact, all our calculations are in the table. So take note. Share of maximum loss. Yesterday we did some table. It's very important. If you don't have it, kindly watch the previous video to get it. This table, I'll start. I'll write key stakeholders, the stakeholders, because we are going to share the maximum loss to the stakeholders. If you are not a key stakeholder, we don't give you the loss, some of the loss. So stakeholders, good. That's the first column of the table. Then we are going loss per liquidation. Loss per what? Liquidation. Good. And then loss per reconstruction or share of maximum loss. We can call it share of maximum loss. Good. Now, why do we do this? Why do we have to bring loss per liquidation? Is there to not cause annoyance to any of the stakeholder. So now we have to list all the key stakeholders. Yes, so be with me now. Let's list them. I think yesterday we did that. At the latter part of yesterday's meeting, we drew some table. In that table, we said that loss per liquidation. How do you get it? Now, the loss per liquidation, you compare the position of the stakeholder before and after the liquidation. The difference. Good. So, ordinary shareholders. The ordinary shareholders, we said that for them, they are losing everything. So, ordinary shareholders, they are losing everything. So, they are losing 5, 7, 3, 0. When we go to liquidation, ordinary shareholders, they will lose everything. Preference shareholders, them too, they are losing everything, which was 3150. Good. We have to get this session first before we come here. Good. Now, from there, we go to 20% debentures for them. How much did they lose yesterday, but they lost 0. They didn't lose anything. 20% debenture, they lost nothing. They had their money intact upon liquidation. So such a stakeholder, woe to you that you are going to even cheat him small. Any loss upon reconstruction, no, you will disagree. You will force liquidation. Good. Now, let's move on. We have what? From the 20% debenture, we have the payables. Payables, how much are they losing? Then I think I'll go to the bank overdraft first. I'll go to the bank overdraft. So bank overdraft. Them two, they lost nothing. Oh yes, per liquidation, they lost nothing. The overdrafts. Good. Then let's move on to the next. But the key stakeholders. If you want to get a stakeholder, pick ordinary shareholders and then the preference shareholders plus all the liabilities. All what? All liabilities. Good. All liabilities. All liabilities. Good. Then from there, we move on to bank overdraft. Payable, right? It doesn't matter the arrangement, but it should be in some order. It should be in like maybe ordinary share and preference share, then liabilities will continue. Payables, how much? Their position before was payable, their position. How much did they lose? Who can remind me from yesterday's where we ended? Payable, how much did they lose? 136, good. Payable lost 136, which is their position before. Is it 126 or 136? Okay, good. It's 136. I like that. It's 136. Now, what about accruals? How much? Accruals also lost what? They lost 26 and good, 26,000. Now let's go to the next key stakeholder. Now the next one is the arrears. Preference dividend in arrears. Preference dividend. In fact, upon liquidation, for them they are losing everything. They are losing everything. And what's the preference dividend? The preference dividend that we calculated, we had 1,134. The preference dividend in arrears. So preference dividend in what? Arrears. So this is the loss. Please make sure that you get how you got these values. That's all. Then what will be the total loss? Total loss upon liquidation. So this is overall total loss upon liquidation. Total loss. So per liquidation, it will be what? Per the maximum loss to we bring it from the previous section. So that is it. Please, so you can sum it up for me. Please, what do we get? 10,176. So 10,176. Good. Someone have a question? Okay, then let's go and put the question. Because what we are about to do is very important. What we are about to do is very important. Okay. I think someone have a question for us. So let's go and pick it up and see the way forward. Good. Now, if you get it up to this point, then I'm fine because you're going to do the hard bits. If you get it up to this point, I'm fine because you're going to do the hard bits. And then kindly be with me. Okay. Now, this is the hard bit. It is interesting. Now, if we upon liquidation, these are the losses available for us. What is the maximum loss? What's the maximum loss? We have to share this maximum loss to all the stakeholders. Just that we have to be what? One, fair. Because we say the scheme must be fair. It must treat everybody equal. Don't look at some people and then give them huge losses. Not at all. Please give me the maximum loss, the one that we had. It was 10,000. 10,164. Wow. So have you seen that it's lower than the loss per liquidation? Always. The maximum loss should be lower because you select the least. Good. Now we are going to share this value. Please look at how we are going to share it. Here, the rules. The first rule, it is discretionary. The first rule is it what? Discretionary. All your answers are going to be different. Everybody and your answer will be different. In fact, it will even be different from the marking scheme. But as long as you do not violate what? The rules or the principle, you are correct. What are the principles? First one, discretionary. 2, make sure that it is fair. 3, it must be what? Equal, on equal grounds. Good. So we are going to share 10,000 among these. Somebody's okay, now let me divide. But the rule says this. Be careful so that you go and cause annoyance to someone. If the person is losing 1 Ghana cedi upon liquidation, and upon your scheme, that person is losing more than 1 Ghana cedi, child, you will call for liquidation. So for instance, there's a company that you have invested in, and then when the company liquidates right now, you are going to lose nothing. But the company, they are struggling. So they've called you and said that, okay, they are doing reconstruction. So they want you to lose like 20 Ghana of your investment. That day now you call for liquidation, because upon liquidation, you are not losing even 1 peso of your investment. So it means that upon the scheme 2, they shouldn't lose. So that's the first thing I'll go, dash. So it means that even if you give them 1 cedi, they will boycott the scheme. They will go for liquidation. How we get that? That's why we bring this one as a guide or benchmark. So that we don't give somebody more than this. That's why this figure is also less than this. Good. In event where this figure is more than this, so it's lesser than this, that event, there's no maximum loss, because that one, you don't need to reconstruct. That one, you liquidate. Assume that this loss is, let's say, 9,000. Loss per liquidation is 9,000, which is what? Lower than this. Now, how X share 10,000 among these people? Then what do? They should liquidate, because if you liquidate, the loss is 9,000. It's far cheaper to liquidate than to continue the business, to claim the 10,000 loss. Except for if some of the ordinary shareholders or the preference shareholders, they are vowed to lose more than and then to bring more. Good. So take note. And no one should lose more than his position before. No one should lose more than his position was before. Good. So that's the rule. Now let me take it again. First principle, discretionary. Second principle, fair. Third principle, equal basis. And then no one should lose more than per liquidation. That's the fair and then the equal basis that we are talking about. These 2 people, the debenture holders and the bank overdrafts, upon liquidation, they are getting their money intact. So upon your reconstruction, they have to also get their money intact. How we get that? Good. Now let's continue the game. In fact, for the preference shares, let's cancel it. Let's lose everything. Preference shares, the preference dividend in arrears. We are struggling, and you want us to pay the dividend in arrears. So let's cancel the dividend. So that one. Discretionary. So 1, 1, 3, 4. So for me, I'll take off the preference shares off. Okay. Now let's see. Should we let these people lose everything? Now, ordinary shareholders, somebody can say, okay, now let's let them lose all their investments. So 5730. Ordinary shareholders. That's a question. Good. Ordinary shareholders. Now let's see. There's a question in here for us. Let's go and pick it before I continue the sharing. Good. Fine. Now let's continue the game. So have you seen how we are sharing? Hey, new hands. Meaning there's a question. Okay, good. Now, have you seen how we are sharing it? Now let me complete it then. Now let's the preference shareholders. Let's also lose everything. Should they lose everything? It should be fair. Okay, let them lose everything. Let them lose everything. It is discretionary. You can let them lose everything, or you can decide to let them prorate it. Good. Now, add all. What is how much left? So far, we have given 1,134 to preference dividend. We've cancelled it. And then ordinary shareholders. So putting all these three together, what's the difference left? How much left for us to cancel so that we see whom we should give it to? How much left? So that we see whom we should give it to. Discretionary, but do not give anybody more than you lose. So, good. 150, left with 150, right? Okay, good. So this 150, it means that we have to share it between payable and then what? Accruals. Good. So the 150. So now let's share the 150. Discretionary. So tell us how much you should give. So how much you give it to the payable? You can prorate it. You can say, okay, but I want to be fair. Whatever left, I will share it on proportion of what you lose per liquidation, or per their value. Per the value. So you can see, okay, 136 plus 26 will give us 166, right? Good. So if I say 136 divided by 160, no, not 66, no, 72, right? Putting 136 plus 126, answer. That's 5. That's 62 or so. So 136 plus 26. That's 162. So to be, we are going to prorate it 150. For me, that will prorate it. So what will be the answer? How much should you give it to them? Okay, that side is not coming over. So if you are prorating it, 136 all divided by these two. Good. So that's 126. Good. You had 126 there. If this guy take 126, then the accruals will take the remaining portion. It is 150. So accruals will take 24. Good. Have you seen this is a fair basis? This is understandable. But if you go and give this guy something like, let this guy take 50, let this guy lose 100. This scheme is not fair. This scheme is not what? It is not fair. These people will force for liquidation. Accruals, they will force for liquidation. Good. So that is it. So here we had 126 and then 100 and here is 24. Good. You can choose any. You can choose any. Make sure that it's lower than these figures. Good. I can start to choose, let's say, okay, let me give this guy 120. Let me give this guy 30. It's also fair. This is fair. This is also what? Fair. It is discretionary. Good. Anyone that you choose, you are correct. But make sure that it is not more than these values. That's all. Good. I think that's a question. So I'm going to pick it up. Good. 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 Let's move on. I'm done with the share of maximum loss. We've been able to share the maximum loss fairly, equally to the people, to the stakeholders. Here, no one will get annoyed because upon liquidation, shareholders, you are losing everything upon liquidation. So upon reconstruction, you lose everything. Good. So that is it. Okay, now let's move on. Now let's move on to the next. The next one is a heartbeat. The next one is a heartbeat. Good. The next one is a heartbeat. That's the working capital requirements or the resources needed. With the resources needed or requirement, I'll do it. That's the step 4. At least if you get the first 3, 1, 2, 3, the fourth one, you do 1 or 2 touches there, you get some marks, some ticks there. Then when you are done, the 5th and 6th, there you score high marks there. That's all. The rest is really for the examiner. I think I have to bring the light back home. I cannot see you. Okay, that's good. I hope it's clear. You can see. I cannot see you. I cannot see the board. Wow, I cannot see the board. Now let's move on. Now we are going to the resources requirements. The resources requirements. We also call it capital requirements. The resources requirements. Good. The resources requirements. Good. The resources requirements. So I hope everybody get this step very well. So the first 3 steps there, it's a must compulsory. You have to get it correct. Compulsory. As soon as you get the first 3 steps correct, can even jump to the 5th and then the 6th one. You are done. You are done. So resources requirements. That's the next step. Step A, B, C, and then the D, step 4, right? So the D. Wow, I cannot see anything. I cannot see anything. Wow, I cannot see. Good. Let's see the way forward. Okay, good. There's a savior here. Savior. Okay, so D, we call it resources requirements. But that's the funds needed of resources requirement. Now here, don't worry yourself. I'm coming to perform magic, so I know that we are like a magic. But don't worry, you'll be fine. Though it is not magic, it's just straightforward. In fact, you have to get it. I've changed my mind. You have to get it. Everybody must score 2020. Everybody must score 2020. I've changed my mind. I have changed my mind. You have to score. Yes. Okay. So let's see how we can get that one. Resource requirement. Now you have to list all the payments. Any payment you are going to do. So I write here payment. Have you seen? Payment. All the payments. Because in reorganization, in changing things, you need to make some payment too. Oh yes. You have to pay some of the, in fact, if you are not going to pay anything, not the reconstruction cost, because the lawyers will not allow you to credit their service, not at all. Because they know they don't share any risks with you. Good. Then you list all the payments one side. You come to receipts. You list, that's all. So you list the payment first, whatever you get, you bring it here as the receipts. So now let's take our time and then go through one after the other. Then you will be fine. Okay. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay, now let's see. So payment, please list all what you are going to pay. List all. First of all, the first thing that you should not forget about is the reconstruction cost. Good. So now let's make it like this. Ghana cedi here in 3 cells. So costs of reorganization or reconstruction costs. But let's make reconstruction cost. Reconstruction cost. So reconstruction cost. Please, what's the figure? 30. That's the first thing that we will pay. All payments. Did they tell you that some of the assets is failing? Good. So it means that they have to buy assets. They have to buy assets. They have to buy assets. So let's see how best we can do this. In fact, in this, I'll show you where the stubborn guy is. Only one statement, which makes this guy a little bit troublesome. So that is it. Any item that you are going to pay, let us know. Now, for the payables, are you going to pay some of the payables? Yes, so the payables, if you are going to pay, here is discretionary. It is what? Discretionary. So discretionary item, I'll let you know. Compulsory item, I'll let you know. This guy is compulsory. This guy is what? Discretionary. You can decide not to pay, so it will not come here at all. Then if you are going to pay, you have to pay the remaining balance or part of it. So that is it. So account payables. How much are you paying? Are you going to pay the remaining balance? Yes, you are going to pay the remaining balance of the account payable. The remaining balance of the account payable. What's the total figure for account payable? Who can tell me? The account payable is what? Uh, 3072. I like that. Account payable is 3072. Yes. Thank God. Please, what you got? How did you get a 3072? Tell me. How did you get a 3072? Someone had 3072. How did you get it? Let me see. Mr. Sifa, tell us how you got a 3072. Please, the remaining balance. What's the total account receivable? The trade payable. On the financial position, what's the entire figure? The entire figure is what? 3,200. Good. I like that. 3,200. Now, out of this 3,000, how much did we say that they should lose? How much did we say that they should lose? So out of the 3,200, according to the share of maximum loss, how much did we say that they should lose? No, the 372 is not amount that we said they should lose. No. How much did we say that they should lose? I like that. 126. Good one. So 126. Good. So it means that we are going to pay the remaining balance. So let's pay. 3,200 out of 380. So 3074. I like that. So 3074. 3074. So that's what we are going to pay. How we get that? Because how much you are losing is 126. We had 126. Good. We had what? 126. So that is it. Any payment discretionary. So, and here I'll tell you the difficult session. The difficult word session. So because that there's a portion that it's very difficult. That one, let the discretionary one be more so that you get more ticks. Which figures? Which two figures? 136 and 126. Okay, since we are talking about the loss per reconstruction, the maximum loss. No, we are not using liquidation. We are not liquidating. We are doing reconstruction. So you have to use the loss per what reconstruction, not liquidation. And even if you subtract the loss per liquidation from the total value, you will not get 3072. Oh yes. If you less 136 from this, you get 3072. Good. So you have to use the loss per reconstruction. What we stated, the loss that we stated to in this solution, we stated what 126. Good. So take note. Okay. Now let's move on. Accruals. Let's go and pay the accruals. Expenses owed. You shouldn't owe. In our new business, we have to get a smooth ground. We shouldn't owe any of our expenses. No, we shouldn't owe. Here too is what discretional, but very good discretional. Good, we shouldn't owe. Accruals. So here, who can do the calculation for me? We are going to pay the remaining balance. We are going to pay what the remaining balance of the accrual. What's the full? Good. So who can tell me? I didn't see the amount though. So kindly, if you can type it again, I'll be grateful. If you can type the amount that the accruals. How much did you say that they should lose? 576. Good. So how much? Okay, so we said they should lose 24, right? Perfect. So you have to pay 576. How we are getting the show? All the one that I put as tariffs, they are discretional. Please let the discretional be more. Let the discretional be more. Because there's something that coming that we cannot do it. And there's some condition. Not that you can't do it to time and not be at your side to go through this religious calculation. So what do? If you bring it, takes so this and this and this for you. So why can't you let the bring two discretional additional item from your own to come and replace that one line difficult item that you cannot find to just earn your marks? Yes. So the next one is working capital requirements. Working capital requirements. That's a difficult one. That one is not discretionary, it's compulsory. Working capital requirement, but it's very troublesome. Working capital. Now here, normally they'll give you ratio. The working capital requirement of the new business, the company wants to achieve a prudence working capital of 2:1 or 3:1 or 1:1. working capital ratio or current ratio. So let's go to the question. It's in the question. Now, if you check the question, getting to the last note. If there's no working capital requirement, don't even worry yourself. Continue your work. Don't even make it at all if it's not there. It's not, there's no working capital requirement. You don't need any working capital requirement. Have you seen it? Oh, yes. What you are dodging it, and the examiner will give you the chance to dodge it. Fast connection. Now you don't waste time. What you are dodging, and the examiner will give you time. In this notes, there's no working capital requirement. Even though you're supposed to choose any for yourself, you choose any. Good. You will choose any. So, for instance, if I'm choosing, then I'll choose the working capital of, I'll choose, which ratio will be okay? I'll choose 2:1. So I'll choose 2:1. So I'm assuming that the working capital requirement is what? 2:1. That's the cash ratio. Assume the current ratio of 2:1. Now this is the meaning. If I select current ratio, good, current ratio, this is not part of the solution. 2:1. 2:1. It means that in the new business, in a new financial position, the current asset should be 2, and then the current liability must be what? 1. So I have to go and stop and go and do calculation for the new balance sheet and see before I bring the difference here as working capital requirement. That normally delays. So here I let a lot of people pass by, because if you pass this question, it's not this one that will probably bring you down. Exactly. So, but here for teaching purposes, I'll do it. For teaching purposes, I'll do it for you. But for your good in exams, don't. In fact, first working is 4, second, third, not the fourth one. No. The fourth one, doing something, you are just posting. And besides, they are more discretionary. All these ones are discretionary, right? Good. Now, in this question, there was no working capital requirement. So we are going to assume our own 2:1, that the current ratio must be 2:1. So that I'll walk you through how you can get it. Now, what we do is we go and calculate the new current assets. The new current assets of the business. That's all. And compare it with what? The new current liability of the business. That's all. And make sure that the current assets must be twice of that of the current liability. You are done. So now here, the working capital requirement, we will pause for now. And then I'll go and do the workings here. I'll do the workings here. Or even I'll do the workings here. Let me do it here. I'll clean it, and please, you copy it. Right after it, I'll clean it. So kindly take notes. So for working capital requirement, that's workings number 1. To be workings D, B, DB. I don't normally do this, but what? Let's see. Now, working capital requirements. So workings for working capital. So the new business, what will be the current assets? Just calculate the current asset in the new business. When I say new business, after the reconstruction, after the revival, what will be the current assets? What will be the current assets? The current asset must be 2 times the current liability. Okay. Good. So what will be the current assets? What will be the current assets? Now, the current asset must be 2 times the current liability, right? Okay. So the new business, what do you think will be the current liability? So what you do is current assets. Good. Now let's see. Before we get this, and we can get the current liability first. Here in the new business, the only current liability is what? Is the bank overdraft, the remaining balance of the bank overdraft. The remaining balance. If in the bank overdraft, they are not losing anything, yes, the bank overdraft, they are not losing anything. We didn't give them anything. So they are not losing. So the current liability that we will have in a new business will be only the bank overdrafts. Why? Because the payables, you have exhausted it. Accruals, you have exhausted it. Good. So it means that if for you, you have not exhausted your payable, you have to add it to it. Good. So the total current asset will be nothing by 2 times the current liability. It means that the total current asset must be twice the current liability. And you list all of them. Good. I need a larger space. So this camera, if I do it here, I think if I work it out here, it will be fine. I need a larger space. Please, can you see from this direction? If you can see from this direction, let me work it here out. Because here, left small, then we go down. Might not see. Okay, then that's fine. So let me work it here. So I can get a larger space coming down. Okay, so working capital. The current assets. The current assets. Working capital. Shortcut to exams. The current assets. Let's list all the current assets. The current asset that will be in the new business will be the components. That's the inventory. Nothing has affected the inventory. The inventory figure is 2020. Good. So I'll bring the 2020 here. Yes. Please don't sleep. Oh. I'm begging you, don't sleep. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Yes. 2020. Now what's the trade receivable? The trade receivable will be 660 because it is the 760 less what? Yes. Are you reporting yourself? Okay. You can stand up and do some small jogging like I'm doing here. Yes, do some small one. Yes, so that you won't sleep. Thank you. Trade receivable, that's the 660. Good. Then the cash, the working capital requirement. That's the difference, the balancing figure. So working capital requirement. This is the stubborn guy who. Good. Here is the difference. Bracket the balancing figure. Don't worry, we'll come to it. There's no cash. And there's no cash. So what do we do? Now what's the total current asset? The total current asset. Now we know it. We know the total. How do you get the total? It's nothing by, yeah, they are saying that the new business, the revival, after the revival, our current asset must be 2 times our current liability. Please, that bit is not in the question. It's discretional. In fact, you can decide to leave it at all. Nobody will penalize you for it. It is what? Discretional. Good. Now let's see. But if it's in the question, it becomes compulsory. So if the current liability, the only current liability that they have, it is 2,500. That's the bank overdraft. 2,500. So if the current liability is 2,500, now tell me, what do you think will be the current asset, total current assets. Meanwhile, we are saying the current ratio, which is current assets over current liability, is to 1. The final answer is 2. Now, if current asset divided by current liability is equal to 2, you know current liability to be 2,500, elementary. Make CA the subject. Make current asset the subject. Have you seen current what ratio? Good. So you multiply. When you multiply, what do you get? So it will be times 2, right? 5,000. So basically, it means that the total current asset will be 5,000, which is 2,000 times what? 2. I know that most of you don't even read that part. Yes, I know most of you don't even look at that part. But please, DJ, listen small for me. Just listen small. So be 5,000. So what's the difference? So now, in the new balance sheet, the total current asset must be 5,000. Current liability be 2,500. In fact, the truth of the matter is that the question, we are done solving it. What level is that like? We are doing the touches. As soon as you are done with the share of maximum loss, about 60% of the question is solved. About 60%. That's not done the maximum loss. 60% is gone. Good. So what's the difference? The balancing figure. Two 2320, right? So 2320. Good. That's the balancing figure. So this is the troublesome guide. I'm saying that this is the guide that I'm saying do not even worry yourself to get it. Good. There's a question. So let's go and pick it up. So now let's do the necessary changes. I learned the current liability. The bank overdraft is 2,100, not 2,500. Okay. I have 2,500 in mind. So 2,100, 2,100. So you double it, you get 4,200. And then you find the difference. So the difference will be less 800. So 2320 less 800. That'll be 1520. This is what you get, 1520. Good. So that'll be 1520. 1520. Good. Please be asking your question individually, and then get it from me. Good. Let me go and pick the next question before we continue the game. Good. Must be good. So in the situation, hey, it's not stand upside down. I can't see you. In a situation where some of the current liabilities are still valid, are still around, like the account payable, to the tune of the amount left. So the account payable is 3,200. They are losing 126. So left with this amount, we say we are paying. Assuming that you are not going to pay, all you have to do is you clean it from here. So it shouldn't even come here at all because it will still be there. You are not paying it. So you add it to the current liability that you have after the revival. So you think that the current liability in that case will be 2,100. That's the bank overdraft plus the 3074. Good. Plus the 3074, which is the payable. How we get that? Which is the payable figure. So 3074. Then when you get this, before you double it up, you bring it here, and then you find the difference. How we get that? Good. The way you're asking questions, that you have gotten it to, then down and there. Hey, someone can hear. Oh. Have I muted myself? Not at all. Have I know? Please check your end. So check your end. If you cannot hear me, check your end. Or is everyone? Good. So that is it. So now let's bring it back. 37.4. I brought it back. So when I brought it back, we've exhausted it. So it's not come at all. Good. Any other question? Now that I'm done with the heartbeats, we are free to go. It's the heartbeat. Now that we are done with it, in fact, nothing again is the heartbeat. This one, this figure, this 1520 is a heartbeat. That one, good. So working capital requirement. Working capital requirement. Working capital requirement. So please copy this one and then let me take it off. We'll be needing this figure so that I can continue the writing here. Just copy the workings for working capital requirement. Current liability. This one is current liability. And then the total current assets will be twice, 2 times, this times 2. Can you show the workings now? Because I've cleaned all the workings. So let me know. Copy that section. Let me know when you are done. Good. So the working capital requirements, the balancing figure, or the heartbeat, we come and then continue writing it here. So this one was 3074. 3074. Good. Then let's continue the game. Here's 576. 576. Then we go to working capital requirement. This is discretionary. Working capital requirements. Then you quote this working number. If this working is 3074. 3074. Okay, good. Working capital is 1520. So working capital is 1520. Into bracket, workings number D, what's the name? D. Workings number 1. So workings 1, W1. Good. Okay. That's fine. Now let's move on. Now, when you are done, the remaining portion is what? Discretionary. Are they not buying any assets? When they buy any assets, another discretionary. These are compulsory. So the compulsory ones are the ones that have tick. Compulsory. Another discretionary one is coming. When they buy any assets, they not say that any asset is aging. If you check this question, there was a part of the question that states that the company asset is what? Aging. Let me read that side. The first paragraph on top of the financial position. It says that Asempa Limited was incorporated as a private company several years ago. Good. Trading was very profitable until 2009, when the company began to make losses due to influx of competitors and the aging plant and machinery. So can they buy new machine? Tell them, oh yeah, let's go. Let them buy new machine. Let them buy new machine. Just that here we have to be a bit careful with that of the resources requirements. Yes, you have to be a bit careful. Because if we say they should buy, they should buy. I think here I'll let it be a balancing figure. Now let's go and look for the source of money. That's the receipts. So this one, the asset that they will buy, let it be a balancing figure. So you will leave it for now. Good. You will leave it for now. So let's go and calculate the receipts. So what will be the source of money or source of funds? What will be their source of funds? So receipts. So who will give them money? So receipts, let's underline it. Who? Did they say that they are going to sell something in a question? So acquisition of assets, you will leave it. It's a balancing figure. Do they say that they are going to sell assets? Do they say that they are going to sell assets? So it means that we can even do the receipt first. So we can do what? The receipt first. List all the receipts. The balance figure, come here. So tell me, What will be the source of funds, source of money or the receipts? Are they going to sell something? OT. Okay, they are going to sell the development expenditure, right? Yes. And it could be realized. So all the realized. Let's bring it. The realized. So development cost. Deferred development expenditure. So how much are they going to sell it for? So deferred. You are going to sell for 2,000. Good. So deferred development expenditure. The proceeds. So they are going to sell it. They should sell it. How much are they selling it for? They should sell it for 2,000. Yes, you said 2,000. Good. So let's put the 2,000 there. Then what again? What again are they going to sell? If they're not selling it again, who again will give us money? The bank overdraft. Did they say something about that? I think we read something about the bank overdraft. Are we paying or preference shares? Okay, them to give us money. Preference shares, they will give us money. Ordinary share. They say the bank overdraft. One of the notes says that the bank overdraft limit is what? 4,000. What's the current bank overdraft position? What's the current bank overdraft figure? It's 2,100. Okay, so does it mean we have more to go, right? How much can we go in addition? We need money. Yes, we need money to survive. We need money to pay all these debts. So you can go for 1,009 in addition. No, it's 4,000. So 4,000 less 2,000. Okay, 1,009. Good. So bank overdraft. Meaning you can go for more. So bank overdraft. Says the limit. If not, it's the limit. Let's go for more. Bank overdraft. So things are the new current liability. The new current liability. It will increase it, right? The new current liability to increase it. It will increase the new current liability, which might deviate, which might cause deviation between what? Good. So which might change the working capital requirement? Yes, it may change it because we do not factor it in. Good. So he said they should go in for 4,000 less what? 2,100. Good. And that'll give us 1,900. They can go in for more. So between 0 to 1,009, any answer you key it in, you are correct. So 1,009. Any answer that you key it in, you are correct. Because you can say that even though the limit is 4,000, left with 1,009. So you can just go for 1,800. Any amount at all, you are perfect. You can even go for 100 Ghana, 10 CD, or you can exceed the limit. Fine. It is fresh now. Good. Rose, you have a question? Good. And its own assumption. Good. So now let's move on. Let's move on to this. Good. Okay, so 1,900. Now, what are the other items that we will need? The source of money. Now let's go to the owner of the business, the owners. Let them give the last money. Ordinary shareholders, they should bring money. How much did they bring? Ordinary shareholders. Preference share, they have to pay something because they've lost all their investment. Ordinary share and preference share, you have to make sure to bring them in this particular question because they are losing everything. If you don't bring them in, it means that their stake is gone. The new business, they won't partake again. They should lose everything and then run away from the business. No. Meaning you are not being fair. At least ask them to bring something. Let them contribute some so that their ownership will not be affected. So ordinary share. And when you do that, it means that you will have a company without shareholders, which will go against the company's code. You cannot exist without members for a period of what? For a period of 6 months. Yes, for a period of 6 months. For directors, a month. Yes, for directors, 30 days. Good. So ordinary shareholder, they have to bring something. How much did they bring? Preferentials. So tell me, discretional, how much? There was a limit in the question of the ordinary share. They told us that you are willing to contribute for any amount equivalent to what? Any amount equivalent to, can tell me from the question, 3,000. Good. So they are willing to prepare to pay additional amount of 3,000. So any amount you quote below 3,000, you are correct. Even though the thing is discretionary, we have given you what range of numbers. So here, ordinary share, I'll quote 3,000. How much will you quote? From 0 up to 3,000 possible. No, 0 is not part 2. From 1 up to 3,000. So media exhausted, they should bring 3,000. What again? Preference shareholders, how much should they bring? No, they didn't say anything there. So discretionary. Oh yeah, let's go. Tell me, how much should they bring? If ordinary shareholders are bringing 3,000, preference share, how much they bring? Don't go and say that they should 100. 100 is too small. 100 is too small. 100 is too small. 1,000, good. I'll take 1,000. 4,000, I'll disagree. 4,000, I'll disagree. Why? Why should preferential shares contribute more than ordinary shareholders? So 4,000, I'll disagree. Good. Have you seen the analysis? Even though it's discretionary. So even though it's discretionary, must so let's see. 2,500, I'll take that. But he said 1,000 first. But he said 1,000 first. 2,500, I'll take that. Okay, so now let's pick 2,999. Oh. Yeah. This one, I'll know that you are playing game with us. So if you choose it, yes, it should be less than 3,000. It should be less than 3,000 because preference shareholders should not contribute more than the ordinary shareholders, basically. So I'll take 2,000. What do you suggest? Or you can take 1,005. You can take 1,005, 2,000, 1,000, but shouldn't be 3,000. Good. So how much should you take? Any amount at all. Any amount at all. Any amount at all. Okay, let's take 2,000. Good. So let's take 2,000. 2,000. We are done. So put all this together, all the receipts together. Just that it's subject to further adjustments. Put all the receipts together. So putting all the receipts together, 2,000. Hey, I can't see you. Meaning that part is not coming. So you. It was. Okay, why is the screen going up and down like that? Going up and down. Okay. 8,900. Good. So that will be 8,900. Perfect. Now this receipt, that's what you are going to use to pay all this money. Now let's come. So all the payments today should be a balance, but just that we left one item here saying that it is what? The asset that we are going to buy. Yes, that one discretional. Good. So all this one, when you add it, it should give you this 8,900. If it's not equal to it, the difference represents the asset that you should buy. So that is it. So here too must be 8,900, the total of the payment. So what's the difference? The difference represents the asset that they should buy. The difference represents 3,700. Perfect. So 3,700. Good. So new asset, investment in new assets. Because they say the plant is aging. So write new asset, investment in new assets. You can tell them they should buy new plant. So you can write plant here. And machinery, PP. They should go and buy a new plant because now they are reviving. Because very soon production will start and they will start producing plenty. So that's 3,000, 3,700. We are done. Perfect. Now we are done with the scheme. We are not going to write the scheme. Basically, the scheme started from step 3. Basically, the scheme started from step 3. And this now this guy is very stubborn. So we can be touching the discretional one and then leave the compulsory or the difficult. This guy working capital account, that's the difficult one. Good. So we will sort out the bank overdraft issue. Yes, we sort it out. Okay, now let's see. We are going to write a scheme. Look at how you are going to write a scheme. The scheme is AC. Please, you don't need 2 pages. You don't need long write-up. No, summary. We are not going to write a scheme. The scheme, you start like this. If you pick each of the key shareholder, 1, tell us what they should lose, what they should bring. That's all. If you pick any key shareholder, sorry, any key stakeholder, first, tell us what they should lose. Tell us what they should what they should lose, and then what they should bring. That's all. So we'll be needing this. So we are going to use the step 3 and then the step 4 to write a scheme. What is in step 3? The maximum loss. So if you pick any stakeholder, tell they should lose this and they should bring it. Because I'll use this item, I don't want to clean it. So I'll write the first one on top of the board, on top. So when you get the first one, the rest I'll ask you to write. Everybody writes them. We are many. Today we are many. So everybody writes. So after I write my first one, please. Yes. After I write the first one, you tell me how you write your own. You pick the next one. I'll pick fee of your work. So I'm starting. So the 5th one is what? Proposed scheme. So the next one is the, how we can see from this direction. E, proposed scheme. So proposed scheme. In fact, you can even start writing the scheme right after the step 3, but this one will make it look good. How we can see from this section, proposed scheme. Good, you can see, but it's too small. I can't see you. The camera too was far from there. So you start. So you start from all the stakeholders. So you start from the stakeholders. Good. All the stakeholders. You are starting from shareholders. So you write. As soon as you write the name of the stakeholder, you underline it. And you summarize what they should lose, what they should bring. Please keep the sentence short. They should lose this, they should bring that. Lose this, bring this. Lose this, bring this. Lose this, bring this. You are done. If you take shareholders, first, they are losing everything. 2, they are bringing how much? Ordinary shareholders, they are bringing 3,000, right? Good, you are done. That's all. So let's see. Please, I hope I can do cost of reconstruction. Everybody knows now, and I can take it off. I want to get space and write my first right now. That's how all of them will be. So first, I write shareholders. Shareholders. Which of the shareholders are we talking about? Ordinary shareholders. So ordinary shareholders. Then you underline it. So tell us. So the ordinary shareholders should agree and waive off all their investments and subscribe to a new share. So we start. Ordinary shareholders. Ordinary shareholders. Shareholders should agree. Should agree and waive off. Should agree and waive off. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, okay, bring a lesson. Listen. So they should agree and what? Waive off. You can use the word waive off or lose or cancel. Any of them. So they should agree and what? Cancel. Waive off. Scrap off. Good. So they should agree and cancel off all their investment. They should agree and cancel all their what? All their investments or all the existing investments, all their investments, all their investments. Good. Amazing. And please summarize it too. And subscribe. Subscribe. You have to subscribe to a new share. A new what? Shares. A new share amounting to a new share amounting to a new share amounting to a new shares amounting to a new share amounting to how much are they giving that? They are giving 3 million. No, it wasn't 3,000, it was 3 million. This figure. There are 3 zeros on top. So amounting to 3 million Ghana cedis. So 3 million Ghana cedis. Full stop. You are done. Have you seen? They should lose all their investment and subscribe. Bring 3 million. You are done. Oh yeah, let's go. Preference share. Who will tell me? When you're ready, I'll turn on your microphone. Then you tell me your own. So that is it. So if you're ready, you can raise up your hand and then I'll turn on. I'll mute your microphone so that I'll pick yours. Because if I do one, you do one. One-to-one mapping. This is my own. Leave it yours. Good. Ordinary shareholders should agree and cancel all their investments and subscribe to a new shares amounting to 3 million. Okay, yes, I have one member on the floor. So let's see. Good. Can also try yours. So. And then let's write the preference share. So subscribe to a new share. The new share, you can make a new ordinary share. And over that, you can make a new preference share. New ordinary share. I like that. So for preference shares, so that's one. Please label it too. Please label it too. Please label it too. This is one. Ordinary share is one. So preference share 2. So preference shareholders should agree. Should cancel off all their investments, waive off their investments, and they should subscribe for a right issue of not right issue. Subscribe for new shares, new preference shares of what? Amounting to 2 million. Thank you. Have you seen? Amounting to this 2 million. Because preference they are bringing 2 million. So that is it. So that's the preference shareholders. Please, these figures, I don't know how I should. So the preference share is okay, right? Good. Now let's go to the third one. Third one, I'm going to hookah. Let's go to Third, I'm going to payables. So the third one is the payables. So payable. Who will do payables for me? Payables. So the third one is payable. So tell me how much they should lose, how much they should bring. That's all. How much they should lose, how much they should bring. So now let's go. Account payable should forfeit their 126, whilst the remaining balance. I like your write-up. Hey, I like account payable should forfeit their 126 million, whilst the remaining balance is paid in future. I won't take that. I won't take the latter part. I won't take the latter part. Account payable whilst the remaining balance should pay in future. I will just ring the future. So, in fact, if we take off the future and put immediately there, then I'll pick it. Yeah. So, for the account payable, because we are paying the remaining balance now. Yes. So, it said that the account payable should agree or 126,000. We don't have money now. But you've generated 8,900 from your shareholders, your stakeholders. Yes. You have generated money. Other shareholders are bringing. It's not enough. 8,900, and you even pay it too. Once it's here, because it's here, you've paid it now. If it's not, you've not paid. Once it's here, you've paid. Good. So the money that you generated was enough to pay the. So you've paid it. Good. So now let's see. Good. So we said that accounts payable, 126,000 of account payable must be cancelled or waived off, with the remaining balance being paid what? Immediately. The word is what? Immediately. We are paying the remaining balance now. So 126,000 of the account payable must be cancelled, with the remaining balance being paid what? Immediately. Good. If I can write a 3074, but once you say remaining balance, you don't have any. Good. Good. Remaining balance of, if you bring remaining balance of 37.4, well, we will understand and then mark it for you, but just like to be plenty, we should avoid, and then because time might not be at your side, writing plenty. Yes, time factor. If not because of time, if in reality you are writing, then you have to key in the numbers. Good. By exam, time might not be at our side. So with the remaining balance being paid what? Immediately. Good. Now I'm done payable. So now I can clean the payables. Good. How we are getting it? What they should lose or what they should bring. So payable. With the remaining balance being paid immediately. The word is immediately. So the way payable. It was account payable. Good. To underline it like this and then write 126,000 of the account payable must be cancelled, with the remaining balance being paid now. Now let's move on. Who is the next one? Accruals, right? Good. Let's go to accruals. So the fourth one is accruals. That's the same show, For accruals. So what will be the accruals? Accruals to the value is 600. They are losing 24,000, and we are paying the 576 immediately. So that one to start. 26,000 of the accrued expenses or the accruals must be waived off, with the remaining balance being paid what? Immediately. That's all. With the remaining balance being paid what? With the remaining balance being paid now. Good. With the remaining balance being paid now. We are done with the accrual. Good. What again? Then you can go to working capital requirements. You can go to plant and machinery. All the items. Bank overdraft. Good. Now with the bank overdraft, and now I'll take my time and write because there's an issue about what we discussed about it. Yes. So accruals. Fourth one is accrual. Have you seen? Good. Please write it though. You are not writing it. I'll start inspecting note too. Yes. I'll start showing notes. Yes. I'll start. The fourth one. Like what? I just want to see if I've written it down. Because there's no space here. Fourth one was accrual. Accruals. The fifth one is the bank overdraft. Bank overdraft. So bank overdraft. Now the bank overdraft. The bank overdraft. They are not losing anything. So if you say they should lose, question mark. Bank overdraft. Who can write bank overdraft for me? They are not losing everything. I'm at bank overdraft. Let me clean it. Let me clean it from there. I think the bank overdraft. Who can write bank overdraft? Or who can tell me the bank overdraft? How will the statement be? So we are writing a scheme. Bank overdraft. How much should they lose? How much should they bring? Hello. Hey, the room is quiet too. Hello. The place is quiet. Good. The place is really quiet. Kindly. Good. We should assess the remaining balance of. Hey, we should assess the remaining balance. Okay, let me go and then pick this one up. Okay, let me go and pick. Good.
I'm trying to see you, Fred.
Good. Now let me go and pick the right tab. I think that's okay. Good. So the bank OD should be converted into loan, enable the company to exhaust additional balance of 1,900. Good. This should have been the perfect case. The existing one should be converted so that they can go in for additional 1,900. But when I've been that way, okay. Now this is the issue. The bank overdrafts. I think I can take this section off. I think okay. Let's continue. The bank overdraft. Now, in our working capital requirement, we show current liability of 2,100. So how whatever we do or the statement, you have to state it in a way that I don't the overdraft is 2,100, shouldn't be 4,000. Good. So one, they should go in for the additional overdraft of 1,900 to increase it to 4,000 to exhaust the limit. Good. And quickly convert it into loan. They should convert the additional one that they are picking to loan, so that the existing overdraft will be only 2,100. How we get that? Which will correspond to our current liability. Good. But if we say that they should go in for additional overdraft of 1,900, then it will increase the current liability to what? 4,000. Meanwhile, we didn't state 4,000. So we will query you there. So that's it. So in short, for overdrafts, first of all, we told them that they should go in. The bank should agree. The bank should agree and grant us additional overdraft of 1,900, and this will be converted into what? Into long-term loan at the interest rates of 20% or 25%, any percentage at all, at the rate of 25%, secured on the company's inventory. Yes, discretional, secured on company's inventory, but it shouldn't be plenty. Full stop. However, the existing overdrafts will be paid in equal installments starting from 1 month from now. Good. So it means that the existing overdraft will be paid. What is the existing overdraft? It's 2,100. How we get that? The existing overdraft is 2,100. So it will be paid. Yeah, that we will start paying it, but we've not started yet. We pay them later. How we get that? So that will be it. Now let's start. Let's put something down. Let's write something. Let's write something. So it's not going here, so I'll still dictate and then you write it for me. So first, additional. So additional overdrafts of 1,900 should be granted by the bank. Additional overdrafts. Additional overdraft of 1,009. So that's 1.9 million. 1.9 million should be granted by the bank, which will be converted to long 10% loan note, which will be converted to 10% or 20% loan note. So let's say it will be converted to a 20% loan note, which will be converted to 20% loan note, which will be converted to 20% loan note. Full stop. Now the existing overdrafts will be paid in equal installments. Will be paid in 6 equal any installment, either 6 installments, 3 installments, will be paid in installments, starting from equal to anything, 1 month from now, 6 months from now, or starting from the next month, the next period. It shouldn't be long ago. I don't know. Let them know that as soon as you run the business, you start paying them their amount that they owe them. You are done with the bank overdraft. Good. So don't forget that when the new balance sheet, you have a long-term loan of 1.9 million. Good. 6th one. Now let's go to the 6th one. We've talked about the overdraft. Can we talk about the new assets? The new assets. You can tell me the new assets. How much are they going to buy? 3,700. So they should buy assets of 3,700. Now let me clean this one. Let me clean this. The body is looking tactical. So the 6th one will be investment in new assets. So plant. Good. Plant. New plant. Costing. New plant costing what? New plant costing 3.7 million Ghana cedis will be acquired. Will be acquired for production. 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 Good. That is it. Let's go to the 7th one. You can talk about the non-current assets or the assets. Hey. Sorry. Good. So the non-current assets must be stated at their liquidated values. The non-current assets must be stated at their what? Liquidated value. That's the 7th one. Good. So 7, non-current assets or the assets. The asset of the company, both the non-current and then the current, it must be stated at their what? Their liquidated values. But let's talk about the non-current one first. The non-current assets must be, let's make it non-current assets, not all assets. Non-current assets should be stated at their liquidated values. Full stop. We are done. The next one. What again did you say? So you're on the 8th one, you have to go like 10. 10 short sentences. You have to get like 10. There's a working capital requirement. Good. Then good. And then the deferred development expenditure. Good. Let's go to the 8th one. 8th one is the deferred development expenditure. 7th is the non-current asset. 8. Deferred development expenditure, which has been patented. So they should sell it for 2,000 or 2 million. So 8th one will be deferred development expenditure. Must be sold. Must be sold for 2 million, or must be sold at a liquidated amount, at a liquidated value of 2 million. So deferred development expenditure must be sold at a liquidated value of what? 2 million. Please, it must be 2 million. Good. Now let's move on. Let's go to income surplus. Income surplus. The income surplus of the company must be written off. The income surplus must be written off. So the 9th one is the income surplus. 9, income surplus. Let me clean the first one. Let me clean this section because everybody has copied that one. Let's go to the 9th one. 9th one is the income surplus. Income surplus. Good. Income surplus. So income surplus must be written off. Remember that when it comes to confronting issues, we don't go to blame. For example, good. Good. Now let's move on. Income surplus must be written off. 10. I will talk about inventory and then receivable. And talk about inventory. Inventory must be stated at their carrying amount. Yes. Inventory must be stated at their carrying amount. Shouldn't be plenty. Please don't go beyond 10. Need to write all the possible one, but please don't go more than 10. No, don't write more than 10. At least when you get to the 10th, you're done. And here to discussion now, we are talking about what they should do. So inventory should, how can you combine inventory and bad debt together? Inventory. So the inventory must be stated at their current value, at their book value. Inventory must be stated at their book value. 11. We can also talk about the bad debt. Bad debt of 100,000 must be written off. That's the receivables. A debt of 100,000 must be written off. Good, that's the receivable. A debt of what? 100,000 must be written off. Please don't write plenty. Because if you're not taking right, you won't be finished. Then what again? Good. Then a prudent working capital of what? 2 is to what? 1, yes. Now, this will result working capital requirement. So working capital, that's the level 12 position. Working capital requirement. This will receive a prudent current ratio of Our current ratio is 2:1. It means that whatever is said here, you just go and calculate for your new financial position. If you are not getting 2:1, trouble for you. Now let's move on. Our business is plenty here, so please just write 10, okay? Just write 10. Don't write plenty. Pick 10. Last one. My last one I'm writing. I'm writing this again. I will not even talk about the dividend arrears. It was written off. Dividend arrears must be cancelled. It's also part of the game. Dividend arrears must be written off. The dividends in a 2-year dividend arrears must be cancelled. We have to add that one to the preference share. Obviously, the preference shares, the dividend is for them, so we can also add it to the preference share so that to be okay. The preference dividend must be cancelled. We can add it to the preference share. If I add it to the preference share. The last one I'm writing, this one everybody should write it. This scheme holds future promise of what? Profit. So you have to write it. The scheme holds a promise of future profit. So the scheme holds what? Holds a promise. The scheme holds what? A promise of future profit. This one is a massive. It should be your last statement. So if you're writing 10, let your last 10 statement be this. That one is the mass. The scheme holds promise of what? Future profits. If you like, you can write this. Do it plenty. Can tell the examiner that the scheme will result a net profit after tax of 200,000 per year. But if you don't want trouble, keep it short, keep it simple like this. The scheme holds promise of what? Future profits. We are done. We are done with the scheme writing. Let's go to the last step. That's the financial position. Then we are done for the scheme writing, and we are done for the day. Good. Please, you have to do all this within the minute of 36, maximum of 36. For me, I'll ask you to use 30. Please use 30 minutes. The question I've used the whole day to solve. In the exams, you alone. In fact, you have over 20, including the captain of the ship. Still, you are using what? Okay. But here it's like tutorial, right? If you are solving the loan, be fast. No. Please, they are not difficult, but it's plenty. So that is it. Now let's go to the last step. The last one. The 6. Or the F. That's the resultant balance sheet. The new balance sheet. The new balance sheet. So F, we call it resultant statement of financial position. That means the financial position right after the word, the scheme has been what? Accepted. So F will be the resultant. The resultant. Good. So it means that the result after the scheme, the result. So the result and good. So resultant. Resultant statement of what? Statement of financial position. Financial position. As at what? Code the date. As at 31st December. Not December. The next day after the scheme. The next day after the scheme has been accepted. What's the next day? The scheme we are writing is for what's the balance sheet date? The balance sheet date given to us in the question. The next day after that date. If you don't want trouble, just write. Just as I thought. Just You don't trouble. Just after the scheme. Just after the scheme. Good. I'm done. Now, asset, non-current asset. Non-current asset. Please, any goodwill must be written off. If there's any goodwill in the question, it must be written off. Anywhere you see goodwill, it must be written off. By this question, there's no goodwill in it. So we were safe. Good. Done as it is in 3 zones. So here, to be on the safer side, just go to the question. How does examiner arrange his asset? You should arrange it the same. So we said that non-current asset must be stated at their liquidated values. Deferred purpose venture must be sold. Good. So we start from non-current asset. Freehold property. So freehold property. The liquidated value is 4,000. That's the 4 million. Good. What again? We go to plant and machinery. So plant and machinery. Now the new plant. There'll be trouble here. Plant and what? Machinery. It's plant, machine, motor vehicle. It will be plant, comma, machine. Machine and what? Machinery and motor vehicle. Here, you can write the old one. What's the existing one? It's 900. Good. There was a new plant, so you can write new plant. The plant that you said you should buy, which is 3,700. If you like, I like this way. You can open a bracket and add it. Yeah, because it's new. Let's be on it home. Then what again? Then we are done. We are done. Now let's add together. So putting this together, we get, so 4,000 is what do you get? Please, there's a question. So does someone have a question? Good. This is what you get if you put all together. The total non-current assets. Then we see okay, there's no question. Good. 8,600. Perfect. So 8,600. Now let's see. Let's go to the current assets. The current assets. Now the current assets. So the total non-current asset is 8,600. So 8,600. Good. Now current assets. The only current asset that they'll have will be inventory. The only current inventory and what again? Inventory. The inventory, we said that we stated at what? Inventory must be stated at its current value. That one is 2020. So inventory figure should be 2020. And then receivable, account receivable. So receivable. With receivable, we said that a debt of 100,000 should be written off. So 760 less 100. You get 660, right? You get 660. Good. Then you bring your cash. Don't forget cash balance. The cash is the working capital, in bracket, working capital requirements. The working capital requirement. This was it. What's the figure? It was 1520, right? The working capital requirement is 1520. Agreed. Good. Now let's put them together. So it was 1520. If you put all together, what do you get? If you put all together, what do you get? It should be the 4,200. should be 4,200. So what do you get? 2020 plus 660 plus 1520. Good. That's 4,200. Perfect. Now, what is the total assets? So total assets, if I'm going to do equity and liability. Total asset. Please. I think we're almost done. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. We finish right now, then we start the dosing. Don't worry. We're almost done. Almost done. Now my time is up. Please, what's the total assets? So putting these two together, 12,800. Okay, I'll take that. 12,000. Then you double underline it. That's 12,800. Good. 12,800. Now let's go to the, what's the name? Let's go to equity and liabilities. So let's go to equity. Stated capital. Please, can I clean the top? I want to clean the top. Let me clean this session, okay? Okay, so that I can do the equity and liability then. Good. Now let's go to equity and liability. So I'll write here, how you can see from here. Okay, let me write here. Equity and liability. So equity, let's start from equity first. That's the stated capital. Ordinary share, what's the ordinary shares? How much are they bringing? He said ordinary share people should bring 3,000. Good. So ordinary shares should be 3,000. Preference shares, they are bringing 2,000. Preference share, 2,000 Ghana cedis. What again? No income surplus. We are down with the stated capital. Let's go to non-current liability. So putting this together, we get 5,000. Non-current liability. Non-current liability. Now with the non-current liability, we have the 20% debentures. With the 20% debentures, we didn't say anything, but for them they are not losing. So 20% debentures, we didn't talk about them. Yes. For them, they are not losing anything. So their money 3,800 intact. 3,800. You have to give it to them. Good. 3,800. And then the conversion, 10% low note. Did you write 10% or 20%? I think it was 10% low note or so. Whichever one you wrote in your book, please. Write it. Low note. Is the bank overdraft that we converted. Did we convert it? We converted the new one that we took, 1,900. 1,900 that we took. We converted that one. Or you can just write 1,900 of the bank overdraft must be converted after the new one. So the total non-current liability would be what? 3,800 plus 1,100. Okay, it was 20% good, so you can make 20% loan. Good, so I've made it 20%. 3,800 plus 1,900. Now give us 5,700. Good. So 5,700. Good. Please can I clean the freehold property? Good. Now let's move on. Now let's go to the current liability. Current liabilities. So current liabilities. Current liabilities. Good. Current liabilities. Now the current liability, the only current liability we want the bank overdraft. Good. Current liabilities will be the bank overdraft. Now let's see. Is overdraft. Bank overdraft. Is the existing one, right? Which is 2,100. So what's the total liabilities? Total liabilities. Total liabilities will be addition of these two, right? This and it now give us 7,800. So finally, what is what will be the equity and liabilities? Equity and liabilities. Good. So the total equity and liabilities will be what? This plus the 5,000, making 12,800, which has what? Balanced nicely with the total assets of 12,800. Whichever method that we use, whichever dispersion that we use, it will balance. Just that do not vary the principles. I'm done. So please, the rest of the questions are yours. But for you, dear, you do not get lucky. Yes, because I have a lot of questions for you. So Ebusia is yours. You are doing Ebusia. That's your last sentence paper. Good. And then you try the question 3. Question 3 is iodine. Iodine. Yes. There's a question that called is it Ebanhi? Ebanhi is last 2 sitting. And then the top is blend. Don't worry, I'll take the back side of the camera for you to see. I'll take the back side of the camera. Good. Let me take the back side of the camera for you to see. For you to see. Good, 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 good. Now let's see. Now let's see. Okay, so this is the top side. Equity, ordinary share 3,000, preferred share 2,000, non-current liability 20% debenture, loan note converted. So that's it, which is total equity of 12,500. And this must be the same as the total asset of 12,800. Good. We are done. We are done. Kindly ask all your questions. And thank you very much for coming. Please, the remaining questions are yours. Do justice to them. By the close of the week, let's see by Wednesday or Tuesday, or if not Monday evening, I'll forward the complete version of the notes. I'll forward the complete version of the notes. Please, I hope everybody have finished copying, because I want to turn off the board, because my hand is suffering from pupumiasis. Up everybody. Okay, so if everybody is done, then the screen will go off. Go in, gone. Okay, it's gone. So, yes, thank you very much for coming. Please go through the video and you'll be fine. Okay, hey, what happened? Sorry, the thing is taking back this thing. So okay, so we are done. Okay, so thank you very much for coming. I will see you. Hey, I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye and have a nice day.